Please hang up and try again.
Everybody make sure to keep their motherfucking mics in their hand.
Okay.
And we'll keep my mic in my hand. I apologize that I don't have my mic in the hand enough for you, man.
Oh, what, you put your mic down a couple times?
Because I like to smoke and I roll like, man.
No, that's facts, right.
I move and rotate as I talk, man. That ain't my fault.
Right.
I'm an animated type of motherfucker. All right, I gotta be all over the place.
You gotta put the hand gestures in there.
I gotta let them know, like, look. I be homie. Look, let me tell you how it.
Right.
Fucked him up.
You just make sure he on it.
That's all it was, you know.
That's
Once I get a blunt in my hand, I'm all good, you know.
Yeah, he gotta get his creative juices flowing.
Like a motherfucker.
I hear
Let me
that.
see your light, cuz.
For sure. Well, shit, we got, you said we on already?
Bro, we gonna record it, bro. We gonna record
do
it.
herself, you gonna introduce yourself and shit. So. What?
Get it together. Oh, God damn, this motherfucker don't want a life with me.
Get it together.
Bitch.
I didn't bring the motherfucking one flick big today. I brought that bullshit, the 50 cent lighter.
Dollar
cheap shit.
Goddamn dollar so lighter.
They got these bitches on sale, 2 for 75 cents. I have never cheaper than the motherfucker. But
this shit gonna work.
Hey man,
let's start off like this. This is Room Service, the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Hey man, we got a special guest in the building.
Real special guest, you know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
One of our good friends from back in the day.
She used to chef it up with us, man.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say at what place, but we was chefing it up.
Right.
We was really chefing it up in that mother sucker.
Right. Having fun every day.
Hell yeah.
Right before our lives, for real.
Hell yeah.
Alright, we was in that bitch.
On
Man, I want y'all to give it up for my home girl, all the way straight from around the corner.
Not that far.
Right, not that far.
Straight from around the corner.
I think she jogged to get here.
I give it up for my home girl Angie, y'all. Give it up.
Thank you, y'all.
See, I can't clap. I know. We gotta put our things back up, fool. We gotta put the things back up.
We gotta get shit back going. Damn, I done dropped my whole blunt.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, you gotta get your thing.
Oh, shit. Well, shit, good thing you single, because you know what they say when you drop the weed.
Hey, what they say?
Somebody fucking your bitch.
Ooh.
You dropped the blunt, somebody fucking
Hey, bro,
your bitch.
they fucking my bitch. She wasn't never my bitch.
I hear that. That's facts. That's big facts.
Fucking
Talk
my
that
bitch.
king.
She was never my bitch.
Talk that king.
Never, huh? Okay, I see where he coming from.
But we got Angie's in here. She up in the room service. She up in the kitchen with us.
And you who? You got,
boy, wow, you want me to introduce myself?
I'm just saying.
Boy, I'm your boy, Biggz Bigger. You know,
all right,
yeah.
Body more in the building, you know what I'm saying?
Once again, this is
Room Service, the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Another episode for y'all. Let's get it poppin'. Let's get it poppin'. Edge, I ain't seen you since.
Had to be like 2013.
2 hella Sundays.
2014.
A month of Sundays.
A month of Sundays ago.
It's been a long. What the After we left that goddamn casino, I don't know shit. What happened? Where did you go?
No, I went back home to the tri-state area. I was in New Jersey for a while, and I just went to, you know how they say everybody go through that moment where it's like, oh, I want to be that traveling cook, like, you know what I mean, like that traveling chef. So right after I left, I worked in New York for a while. I staged in Philly at a couple places, and I was just kind of like on the, on that little cook tip.
Right. Facts.
She was
she tried to work. We all wanted to try.
spreading their wings.
I did want to cook. I wanted to cook in France for a minute. There's a couple of places in New York.
And you kept saying you wanted to move to Japan too. You always say that shit though.
I wanted to be
everywhere.
Yeah, I feel it. Yeah, France would be nice.
But you went full. You went a full opposite way. You ain't even cooking no more.
Nah.
So what's new? What's new then? If you
know what? Like,
she not fighting. Look, she not fighting for her life no more in the kitchen.
Okay.
She fighting for her life now inside the motherfucking octagon,
inside the motherfucking
octagon. She done went from cooking for these motherfuckers to being one of these motherfuckers.
Right.
Bro,
so like,
she's a real female MMA fighter in this bitch.
Right. Thank you.
Man, that's so crispy.
So basically, when I was on that little journey, I ended up in like one of those restaurants where like my passion just dwindled down. It was like same shit on the menu, like nothing but like when you work in a real kitchen.
I can understand.
You know how it is to work in a real kitchen, like real people next to you. You know what I mean? Y'all gonna argue at the end of the shift. At the end of the shift
wars like a motherfucker.
Shit gonna be cool, like you know what I mean. But it was very corporate, and it was just the same shit, and it just like it really I don't know. I just lost my passion there.
For cooking.
Right there. And I was like, all right, this shit ain't for me. So
that kills a lot of chefs.
Right.
A lot of good chefs, because my girl can burn in the kitchen, man.
Yeah, she hold her own.
Yeah, they missing out on what she can do.
Right. So then I switched gears and I started teaching culinary at an alternative school in Jersey. And that was a good experience because I was working with this guy who he was in the game for 37 years cooking. You know what I mean? And
good longevity.
yeah, and he like hung it up and he just decided to teach. So I learned a lot from him. And then during that time, you know, I started thinking about like fighting. Like, you know, like, do I really want to do this for the rest of my life? Like, just sit here and, you know, cook and like just basically do what I was used to. Or am I going to finally like step out the box and do what I love?
Right.
So like I had a year of like some ups and downs. Shit wasn't going right. Then when this pandemic hit, it was just kind of like, yo, like, if you died now, like, would you be happy
with what you chose?
With what you chose. And it was just like, fuck no. Like,
right.
I'm not even going to front. So as soon as Arizona opened back up, the first gym I was there, working out, running, doing whatever I had to do because I'm really not trying to go out like that. You know what I mean? Have regrets at the end of everything. It's like a sucker.
Because just think, 8 months just sitting in the crib, what can you do? I mean, shit, fighting was probably the only way to like relieve some stress, get your little speed bag and shit like that. Like, I'm in this bitch, I ain't got nothing else to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's always good to, cause like me, you know, coming from the Midwest where we come from and stuff like that, or the East Coast, you know what I'm saying? We don't have a lot of opportunities. So out here in the West Coast, you get to soak up all that. Cause I remember like, I went into outdoors and then I met a homie, he got me into horses. Right. Fucking with the horses. Fucking with horses though, he was a part of the Black Rodeo. No cap though. That's real shit.
It's amazing the people
real
who meet
shit
out
though.
here.
That's
like,
real shit though.
It's a Black Rodeo.
It was just the other day. The Black Rodeo was real shit though, bro.
Hey, you know what was they playing that song?
Okay, no.
Put your left foot. Get up shit. I don't even know the lyrics. I can't try to sing it.
Right.
They get up
cowboy
shit.
shuffle or some shit like that. But
Put your two step in cowboy boots.
If you do your research on cowboys, black people was the first like original cowboys because white people used to be afraid to tame those wild animals. So they were sitting there, cowboy, go get my trusty steed, and that's where cowboy came from. It wasn't that. It was like a really degrading word for people. Like, hey, peasant, go get my. You know what I'm saying? But we end up, you know, it's being a part of our culture. If you think about it, back in the day, it wasn't cars. How do we get around? Horses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Trusty steeds. You know what I'm saying? Them Texas walkers and shit like that. So it's like, to be one with those big ass animals and how they control themselves, you know, it's just the strength of them. Just think of your car as horsepower. Right. So just think when the horse at its full potential.
I mean, in fact, it's equal with country music.
Yeah,
country music is black music. That's nothing but the blues sang with a little twang.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing but the blues sang with a little bit of twang.
These last $2.
Hey, you can make that country. I said, lock them doors and turn them lights down.
You know, that's crazy. I didn't even know that. That's interesting. You learn something new every day.
I mean, just open up your mind into new things. You know, as we get older, you know, you can't be stubborn and stuck in your ways. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something different to offer. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just being from Michigan and Chicago, from Jersey, it's a lot of, you know, gang violence up there. So it's like you have to be on your toes. But out here, it's open. You can have a breath of fresh air. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can bump into people and they don't mean bad. They mean well. So it's like.
And you know what? It's like, I was talking to someone, and I'm like, yo, like, people always talking about, like, yo, why you leave the hood? Why you leave the hood? But at the same time, it's kind of like,
high on your own supply, but I'ma smoke till I die.
What the fuck are you doing, man?
What's up, biggz?
What's going on, Mo?
What's the word?
Man, you know, I just ran into somebody outside. They just told me they ain't heard nothing about our podcast.
What? They know you can find us where you get all your podcast needs at?
I told them that. I told them they can find us on Apple,
Took a bite out of that.
Spotify,
Don't you cross your T's and dot your I's?
iHeartRadio.
We beat through that bitch too, bro.
Man, we on everything.
You even tell them about the YouTube channel?
Bro, I told them to get them tapped in real quick.
What you tell them?
Type in Room Service Podcast, like, subscribe, and leave a comment.
You know what? These niggas keep missing out on this. They're gonna miss out like they did on Dogecoin.
Wait, nigga, you bought Dogecoin?
It was 1 cent when I got it.
This motherfucker.
yo, why you leave the hood? Why you leave the hood? But at the same time, it's kind of like, you want more. Like, you want to experience more. You know what I mean? And then, like, all the shit that go on in the hoods and in the, you know what I mean, in the black neighborhoods, it's like, yo, do I really want to live life like this? Like,
Can you really
and
see
I'm for sure
yourself?
them people
Yeah.
don't want to.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? It just takes a certain type of person to get up and search for something more or something different.
I always say things like this. You can't control where you was born, but you can control where you going, where you headed to. You know what I'm saying? You can't control that shit.
That's
You can't
you
control-
hear that here in room service where we drop knowledge and kills.
We drop
knowledge and
jewels.
kills. We
Right,
drop
right.
Jewels, 'cause you can't help where you was born at. I can't help that my cousin was born here. He started off better than life at me, and I had to work harder because I was born in a place where I didn't have as much as I had, so I had to grind, be grown at a younger age and shit like that, and figure out shit. So it's like, but I can't be mad at it because it made me the person who I am today. You know what I'm saying? So
And then, you know, another thing I noticed, like, people who come from, like, the areas we come from, it's like we have a different type of grind. Like, it don't matter where we start off at, we're going to make sure we get whatever we put our mind to. Like, you know what I mean?
we was taught to adapt and adjust.
Adapt.
And
Exactly.
adjust through
Exactly.
any terrain.
adapting
You
and
know what I'm
adjusting,
saying?
man. I get
For real.
that. But
Right.
tell me how you adapt and adjust going from cooking to fighting.
You know what? That was crazy because, honestly, some fear in that. Like, people don't want to admit it, and sometimes we see these fighters on TV and we like, oh, they gonna, but no, they going through some shit, like, inside. Mike Tyson was scared before he would get in the ring, and who would think that? Mike Tyson. He's one of the baddest men on the planet.
Yeah, fuck you up, man. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
Knock you the shit out of you.
And he smoked that good weed
Right.
with the toad. He smoked that good
Yeah.
toad.
Oh,
Be
yeah.
Scared the
hallucinating.
shit out of
Did
Boots.
y'all see? Oh no!
He
Look,
scared the shit out of
it's
Boots.
a smoke shop. It's a smoke shop right by my house. Right, Mike Tyson got a wrap. It's one single wrap for $5, and it's infused with the toad strand in it.
You lying.
No cap. I
Where
wouldn't even lie
do
to
you
you.
live?
I stay in Glendale. I stay in.
Where can I get this
I
at?
stay in Glendale. It's
I'm in
right
the
around the
trap.
corner from my house. I wouldn't even lie to you. The nigga who's selling it, he was like, bro, I'm telling you, bro, like you hit it once, and he's like, you're gonna feel it. Like,
Yo, you're fucking... Yo, you
$5
serious?
for one wrap. It's him on the front of that bitch, and it say infused with the toad strand. It say
What
that.
the fuck is a toad strand?
It's like it's the only strand that Mike Tyson smokes. But it's supposed to make you hallucinate. It's like you smoking like the I want to say
It's
like
like
the
the-
black spots on the
It
back
makes
of
you
the toad.
hallucinate. You just now telling me about this, nigga. You know I'm
Yeah.
microdosing. You now just telling me about some shit like this. You
I
selfish.
apologize. I
You a
apologize.
selfish
Yo, you gotta
motherfucker.
listen to Mike Tyson
Fuck that.
podcast.
He's selfish.
I apologize.
Fuck that.
I just found this out.
He's selfish.
I just found this
selfish.
out. I'm bringing it to
I'm
you.
over here trying to get enlightened.
Breaking
and he fucking
news.
me up.
Breaking news in the smoking world.
Right, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But like, so the transition basically was like, honestly, I was scared. I'm not even gonna fucking front, cause like your ego get in the way. You start thinking like, yo, what about if I get knocked out? Like, what would people think? Like, that shit that really goes on through your mind. Like, you know what I mean? Those are the thoughts. Like when you're, cause it's a dangerous world, and obviously you don't have to be into it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And only a certain type of person is gonna do it. So. You know, I did back away for a bit, like, you know, I don't know about this or whatever like that. Really on some bitch shit, honestly. I'll be real.
Call out myself. I'm some bitch shit. I was hoeing.
I'll be
I
honest,
mean, a little
you know
bit.
what I mean?
Stop. Think about it.
Right. But,
Why you make everybody stop like silent for
right,
real?
but,
Nigga, he shot. Well, we stood still like daddy came home. Mo did it.
right.
I ain't even going in his room.
She had to stop and think about it for a minute.
Like, hold on, wait.
But with shit like that, like everything be trial and error. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
with a lot of races, they okay with putting their hands in and seeing what they get out of shit. And so I feel like more black people should do that. More black people should put their hands in it. It's trial and error. You might not be a good fighter, but at least you tried. At least you learned something new. You know what I'm saying? At least you brought something to the table. You wasn't afraid of it. You know what I'm saying? That's what anything you do.
Cat Williams said it best. You might think you Billy Badass
Until you meet
until you meet
Billy
Billy
Badass.
Badass.
Billy
Then you
Badass.
realize I'm good at math.
The man. You hear me?
That's
And I realized I like to cook.
Hell yeah. I should color more often. I used to like to color real heavy and scrape it off with the scissors and shit. Look at the pretty colors and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, y'all stupid
but
as
you
hell.
should always follow your heart. Ain't nothing wrong with following your heart with anything you do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's for. You know what I'm saying?
facts.
That's what your passion is for. You know what I'm saying? You
That's
can't. It's like I knew a friend back in the day, and I ain't gonna say her name's none, but she was going to college for something she didn't want to. She wanted to go to
been there
culinary
too.
school just like me, but her mom wanted her to do something else.
I've been there too.
So it's like you gotta follow you can't live for your parents.
Other people.
You can't
your
live.
family.
You can only live like
Yes.
through them. You know what I'm saying? The shit that they trickle down to you. But you can't.
Yes.
If your parents miss the opportunity to be what they wanted to be, so be it, mom. I gotta live for what make me happy. My
Say
dreams.
that. And you know what? Our mindsets are different.
Mm-hmm.
That's and people. Sometimes our parents don't see that. It's like we don't have to. Like back then, it was like all corporate, right?
Mm-hmm.
Everybody wanted to go to college, have the corporate job, the corner office, whatever the case. We're on like a different wave. Like we're on ownership. Like no, we want to own something. We don't see ourselves working for someone,
Right.
you know, forever. Like you know what I mean? Like so sometimes our parents, our grandparents may not understand that because they came from a different time. You know what I mean?
Right.
Where that's the only way you
I
can
hear
be
that,
successful.
but that wasn't my family. We always owned our own shit.
But you got, some, you know, but that was
Yeah.
some people took that stride and that chance
we
to
owned
do
our
that.
own shit. Like
Right.
we didn't have restaurants. We didn't have, like I said, we got a successful multi restaurants back home. AP Deli. Shout out Chicago once again, Southside baby, because I'm
That's what's
Southside
up.
baby. Amen. While I'm taking the
Talk your
church.
shit.
But I'm
Right.
just saying, bro, like I did that. We had a restaurant my pops opened up called Ann's Barbecue House, named after my late granny. You know, may she rest easy. Bro, some real shit. Like we had that. That shit was popping off good until the building started falling apart on our asses. And like, look, cost too much to keep this building up. Might as well close up shop. And they went to go and catering, and they started doing that shit. So I've always seen like you can make money your own way. My family, I come from a whole line of hustlers, baby.
Right.
You know, I'm
Right.
a hustler, baby.
I know we got some ownership and
And I want you to know,
it
ain't where I've been,
It ain't where I've been.
where I'm about to go.
Where you going?
Hey.
And I just want to love you. It's just who I'm about to get into.
Right.
But it's some ownership in my family too. My late auntie, she just passed away last year. She had a printing shop. My uncle, he owned a couple clubs and stuff like that. My grandma, she was the type of person, she owned a lot of houses. So it was it was a lot of different ways that I seen to get money around. But I know the strength I got from grinding so hard is it was a lot of days that shit I didn't see my parents because they was working late and shit like that. Or by the time you feel me, they get home, I'm at school and shit. So it's like I never wanted that. So it's like let's find a way out of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts. My mom worked for the airline. My pops was a truck driver. He was gone like 2 weeks on end. My mom's up early. All we did was run the streets. We ran the block. I mean, that's how we stayed in trouble.
Yeah.
But we ran it in and out. I mean,
but this facts. I mean, only if you come from it, you understand. You know what I'm saying? Don't judge us. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit. That's the way we came up.
Right.
That's what we did, you know what I'm saying?
Especially like,
it made us. We got it in the mud.
especially from like a single parent household. It's like that's a different type of, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of like a different type of beast because like
That's very true. I didn't have that.
yeah, you know, fortunate.
Trying to tame all that in just one person.
And I think about it nowadays, like all the shit I do. You know what I mean? I do that with 5 kids.
know what I was thinking about?
Like,
Know what
by
I was thinking
myself,
about last
She
like,
was on the other foot.
I was
Fuck
thinking about the
no.
other day, bro, on some real shit, that my parents was like 26, 29,
yeah,
and had 5 kids.
age
Making shit happen.
difference.
And then we had Christmas, Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
If I had 5 kids right now, Lord, I wouldn't be doing
mind.
this shit right now. I wouldn't be doing. I'd be at work.
You hear me?
Right,
I'd be at work.
Work.
right.
Boy, when I
What you
tell you,
doing,
I am
Daddy?
blessed.
Work.
Right.
You only been home 5 minutes when you going out. Work.
I tell you, I am blessed about like she. I can't
Right.
wait till I got enough money by my mama house. She deserve it. Cause how she did it, and I know she made less money than I did right now.
Right. Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Granted, things cost cheaper, but still,
Right.
man. Cause I didn't see the bottom. We didn't have to go online and stand for food. Get that little government box.
Oh, for Christmas and shit, get the what's that old Newsboys box where you get the motherfucking sweater top, the sweater bottoms, you get the socks and shit.
I didn't get the clothes on my food.
Well, shit, that I don't know about
Oh,
that
the
part,
toys.
but it was
For
toys in that shit too.
cafeterias or some
Yeah,
shit like
it was
that.
toys in that
Like,
shit
you know,
too.
I never did. We never got to the point we got toys and shit and clothes, but we got to the point we had to go get food.
Man, it was just like some like extra little Christmas shit just to top it
Yeah,
off type
yeah.
shit. You feel me? It wasn't nothing
Like,
major.
that's
It
how-
ain't like we was lacking, but it was like shit. If they gonna give it to us,
just
why not?
like some extra stuff, just some extra stuff because like, you know, my mom she'd be like, you know, for Christmas, she'd be like, all right, you can either get one expensive gift or you can get a couple little, you know, cheap gifts or whatever like that. So it's like whatever you choose. So depending on what you choose, I'll be like, all right, maybe I'll get the expensive gift, or maybe I'll just get a couple of little these or whatever like that. And then like where the Catholic Charities came in, it's just like, all right, little, you know,
little extra knickknacks and shit. That shit. I was happy about it. I wasn't tripping shit.
Bro, we was playing board games. I was playing Monopoly like a motherfucker.
Right,
yeah, like a motherfucker. Hell yeah,
definitely.
Like, oh shit, we got a new Monopoly.
Connect for all type of
I got
shit.
the car. Don't touch my fucking car, bro.
Right,
The car's mine.
Top hat.
Fuck, I got big feet. I got the boot. Fuck, give me the motherfucking boot. That bitch looked like it was Peter Pan boot too. I don't know where that boot came from.
No, facts.
That was one of them slippers you just slide on and shit. That bitch had a bow at the end. Did you see the end of that bitch? It's one of them bitches you put on like a sock. It's like
right. Those some of the pieces you be like, where the fuck did you get this from? Like what?
You know what I'm saying? But hey,
It was all the pieces you find in rich white man.
you know, I was
house.
thinking about, you know.
It's everything you find in a rich white man house.
Whoa. Yahtzee.
Cause none of that shit you found in that black household.
Hell no. Ain't no top hats in that bitch and no shit like that.
Well, find me a nigga on the top with a top hat on right now, please.
Wasn't no canes. That was that pawpaw house and shit.
That's everything you find at a rich white man house.
Oh my god. Yo,
But you know, I was thinking about speaking of like childhood games, bro. How our childhood has changed so much. Like my favorite show growing up used to be like Legends of the Hidden Temple, Wild Crazy Kids, and shit like that. Like,
hey, they supposed to be bringing that back.
what, Wild Crazy Kids?
No,
Yeah.
Legends of the Hidden Temple. Y'all keep
They bring that back in no version.
Okay, okay, that's.
You think you can do it?
Talk to me.
You do it? You put your knees up for it?
Hey, what you say? The Silver Snakes. That motherfucker, they had like the dopest teams on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? That shit, bro. That was, or like Double Dare 2000 and shit like that. You feel me?
Everybody had a team.
Hey,
Wild Crazy
Mo about to
Kids.
start stretching like he in a church league. Nigga, like, all right,
Hey, don't get,
let me get ready for this shit.
Don't get me started. It's so crazy 'cause as a kid, I got slimed and that shit was so fun. Like, we went to
Really?
Nickelodeon
I always wanted to do
Studios.
that as a kid.
Bro, that shit was so fun. Like, I got a
privileged
slime
motherfucker.
certificate.
Yeah,
That shit-
that's
You know,
dope as
you know,
hell.
You sound like
episode.
It's so crazy. You sound like my girlfriend
Fuck
said that.
this.
She said the same shit.
No, that's some dope shit.
That's
'cause
it.
I always
Dope.
wanted to get slugged.
What you say last episode when this motherfucker Marcus was saying how we was talking about some struggling shit and he was like, well, no,
Oh no, they was talking about look, this is what they said. I'm gonna tell you what the fuck would happen. I know this what happened. He like, Mo, when was your first job? I'm like, shit, I ain't get a job until I worked at the casino with y'all.
He didn't get a job until he was 20.
So look, check this out though. So I had to bust it down to him. Like, that's when I was getting checks in my own name. But it was times as a kid when I was younger, when my stepdad would be in the hood, because you know they work late doing janitorial work, but he'd go in the hood to do his little extra shit to get the little extra bread. There'd be times he'd get drunk and he'd be like, hey, I need you to go help your mama clean the buildings. Boom, boom, boom. So I was working.
So
I wasn't getting
technically
paid
you was working.
for it.
Yeah.
So that's what hard
You
work
was working
came
for the
from. You know what I'm
family.
saying? Yeah.
No.
So that is
That nigga went to go pick up his drunk ass daddy.
The family.
He went to go pick up his drunk ass
That's my
daddy.
stepdaddy.
This your daddy, no
That's
matter
my
what.
stepdaddy.
Hey pimp, I'm down
That's
bad.
what he said. He said, hey, pimp. He said, hey, pimp, button up. He's like, look, I'm fucked up right now. I need you to help your mama go knock out that shit. You feel me? And my siblings would go. You feel me?
Right.
My mama had the Suburban back there. We'd sleep in the back of the
Oh,
car
bro,
and
what
then
y'all
go right to school after
No,
that.
he
You
was
feel me?
working. He was
I was
working.
working, but
It was just
them,
different.
you feel me?
It was just different.
Fuck
That's
that.
all. Fuck out of here.
Don't hate the player, hate the game.
My ass working at 9 years old.
Nah, I
Slave
wasn't working
labor.
that late.
That's what I'm saying. See, Judge Hurt.
I wasn't working
Judge
that
Hurt.
late. I would say
Marcus worked there for a couple days and he
16
quit. So why you ain't judge him?
Because he went and got another job.
Nigga, fuck yo.
Yeah, I did.
But you know, honestly, I'm gonna keep it real. I didn't have to work. You feel me? Like, it got to a point where it's like, nah, my mom's spending like a lot of money on me. Like, I want to work, so like the little shit I could get for myself. Like, I was on that type shit. But I didn't necessarily.
I'm sick of
have
all of
to
y'all
work.
being grown when y'all need to be goddamn grown. I wish I could go back and just be a dumbass fucking child.
Right.
I mean, but
right.
shit, that's where I learned my hard work ethics from. So I don't trip
I'm
about
a
it.
very good hard
Right.
worker. This is a fact. But sometimes I wish I just would have played in the grass.
Hold on, wait a
He
second.
feel like he was Michael Jackson. His childhood was robbed from him.
I didn't get beat into no stardom. Fuck that. If I was Mike, I would be mad. I'd be like, Daddy, thank you. Because of you, I got a private jet and an island to myself.
Right.
Yeah.
Beat my
then
ass
he
in
was-
the startup.
but then he was
I had
laughing
a nervous
some things.
twitch and shit, but it'd have been all good. Every time you would have came up, Dad, I'm over here.
But
I'm
you
over
know what
here.
I noticed though, like
Yes.
everybody, like no matter what you like, you could be like, oh, you had this, you had this, you had this. Someone feel like they had something missing that they would have rather had than what they had. You feel me?
Right.
Like sometimes it could come from like that type of angle, you know.
But back at
What the fuck
that,
you trying to say to me?
But back at that,
I'm just saying.
But look, check this out. Back at that, look to say this, to say that. I wasn't privileged. It just showed you what hard work did for, you feel me, people that was, you feel me, a team, a
Right,
mom and a
right.
dad in the house, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And as a kid, that's what you're supposed to show your kids, that when you working so
Alright,
hard
I
and you
get it.
don't
Why
see
y'all feel
them,
like y'all jumping
that you
over
take
shit?
tricks.
I get it.
No, I'm defending
God
myself.
damn.
Just
motherfucker, 'cause I'm
talking.
Why you defending yourself? I was just
What?
making a
We just
joke.
talking.
I'm just saying, no, I didn't like the joke, motherfucker.
Well, just say that. Just say that next time.
had to
God damn,
defend
you
my
coming down on my
Yo,
throat.
y'all silly.
But back to me getting slime though, man. That shit was cool, man. It was back in 05. They gave me a slime certificate and everything.
Damn,
Nickelodeon
that's dope
Studios.
as hell.
They put me in an orange onesie and shit. Put me in the middle in the motherfucking pool because it was the studios. Where they were
Right.
shooting like all that and shit like that. You feel me? They
Tell them.
They dumped the slime on me.
Nick,
Boom.
you listening? Because I know you got the plug.
Yeah. I was there back in 05 at the studios before they turned into, back when it was colorful. When it was blue
Listen,
and green.
He said,
and-
make sure to get him on there, bro. He'll win it all.
they gonna remember me from back in the day. They got my, I ain't gonna say my government on there, but they got my name.
Listen, I
They
don't
know
care
me.
who you are. As a kid, everyone wanted to get slime. That was like the shit. Like,
That shit
oh
tasted
shit.
like green applesauce. That shit was crazy.
Ooh,
That shit was crazy.
Tasted it.
yeah. Was it warm?
I'm a kid. What the fuck? What am I supposed to do?
It was warm.
No, it wasn't. It was just like, no, it was like,
It was cold.
it was like, it wasn't cold, but it was like, you could tell it. It was like flying down me and shit. It wasn't room temperature, but it was like chilling. You feel me? But it wasn't like ice cold. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
it was a little
It
chill.
was enough so you'd be like,
Room
oh shit,
temperature.
like it catch you off guard and shit. You know
Feel
what
like
I'm
how this room feel right now.
saying?
Room
A
temperature.
little bubbly and shit. But yeah,
That's crazy.
that shit was cool, man. So
That's dope. And you know, honestly, I ain't have a bad childhood. It's just that I had a great childhood. It's just that my mom just had to work a little extra harder. You feel me? But we still.
It was a trap.
that's all you know.
Trap. Everything was a trap.
Trap. Yeah.
Go around that corner. Trap.
Don't go in the alleyway.
Trap.
Who's that? Who's that out back?
Trap. Hey, your mama home. Trap.
Take the garbage out front, son.
He's dark outside.
Trap like
Trap. Hell yeah.
Boy, I said take out the trash. It's dark outside.
He ain't
Big
talking about
trap.
trap like he talking about trap like it's over. I ain't
Right.
That shit trap. It'll be out there in the morning.
I grew up with you 4th of July. Trap.
Right.
Laying on the ground.
Right.
Trap.
Right.
But yeah, though, man. So back to the on the MMA tip, like how is you like have you done fights? You got fights coming
No,
up?
no.
What's some works with that?
So basically, I gave myself like a 2-year plan because I started in the pandemic, like
Okay,
really taking
right.
this shit seriously.
Right.
Like, yo, I'm gonna get into it. So at first I'm be honest with you, I wasn't moving the way I should be moving. You feel me? Like it's a level to everything, no matter what kind of athlete you want to be or businessman, businesswoman, whatever. There's levels to it, and I was operating on a low level. So basically, like I wasn't hitting the weight room. You know what I mean? I was being inconsistent.
Right.
You know, cause life. You know what I mean? But then like over the new year, I was just like, nah, fuck this. Like, I don't care who mad, who I can't be there for. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get it. So, you know, I started weightlifting. I'm more consistent now. So I feel like within the next 2 years I'll have a fight. There's also a Muay Thai tournament in I think October, November. So I'm definitely gonna push myself to
Muay Thai. I like how you say that.
you know, being that way. You feel me?
I'm fucking nigga up. I always feel like I can fuck somebody up if I say, bitch, I know Muay Thai, nigga. You don't want to
Right.
fuck with me, nigga. I know Muay Thai, nigga. Fuck your ass,
No,
bro.
fuck that. If you do Muay Thai, nigga, you wouldn't have to do all that
Yeah,
shit.
you would do all-
Start
you would
kicking
do all
that
that
shit.
I don't know. Goddammit. I said if. I said if.
Yeah, it'll be super tight. Right, right,
fucking nigga
right.
up.
But that's dope though. Muay Thai. What else? You got under your belt?
Right now, taking my jujitsu very seriously, and it's just starting to connect. Really, like, the shit ain't easy. Like if shit was easy, everybody would fucking do it. So it's like now, like especially since I'm in the weight room, I'm better at, you know, placing my body in different positions, like athletically. You know what I mean? I can see things like before it's happening. So if I'm rolling with someone right now, rolling is kind of like wrestling in jiu-jitsu. It's like a light spar in jiu-jitsu, right? So if I'm rolling, it's like now, if someone moves their body a certain way, it's like, oh, maybe I have that arm bar, or oh, maybe I have that triangle or omoplata or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like, these are the moves you learn at a white belt level. I'm a white belt. You feel me?
Nelson and shit like that.
Right. It's like the guillotine. Like, it's just certain shit. So it's like, now I'm seeing that. So now I'm working on like executing that. You know what I mean? So
find that open spots and flaws in people.
Right. Basically. So I've been catching some people lately, and like, you know, I have my partners be like, "Oh shit, I ain't think you could do that. Where you do that for?" Right. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, I'm getting up there, like I'm leveling up. So
because in that, like anything can happen. You could be on the defense side and end up being the aggressor and take over. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're on the ground, you know what I'm saying?
Right,
A slight wrong move from your opponent, you can find an open spot and boom, boom.
Right. And that's all my game is about, really, because like I'm 5'1", you know what I mean? Like there's taller opponents out there, you know what I mean? So my whole plan is just like catching those openings, you know what I mean? So I'm a little bit more aggressive in the inside. Once I get in the inside, you know what I mean? Kind of like a Mike Tyson feel to like the MMA thing. Like, you know, shorter fighters have to like be in it. You know what I mean? You can't play the long distance game. So also not being afraid of that. So, you know, like I stopped feeling, I'm for sure it's going to be some more times where I feel like some fear, but as I spar, like every day when I go to spar or if I go to roll in jiu-jitsu, it makes me that much more comfortable. Like, oh, okay, like I could get this, I could do that. All right, this may not work for me. Let me try it this way. Go home, practice it, and it's like, all right, okay.
Shit, them old sayings be a motherfucker. They say practice makes perfect. That's for a reason. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. Sure as hell do.
You don't just go in that bitch one day and think you're gonna be the greatest. You know what I'm saying? That ain't what Michael Jordan did. That ain't what the greats do. So,
1%. What do they say at the gym? It's like just get 1% better every day. That's it. 1% better. Show that. Up.
Do you think you'll ever transition back into the kitchen?
Honestly, we was talking about that. Like, if I owned my own like food truck, yes, because I think it would be different. Like, you know, it'll be a little bit more fun. I control the menu. I'm working for myself. I don't really like working for nobody. I'm gonna keep it real.
It's great working for yourself.
Yeah, it's a different vibe. Like,
you don't want nobody hounding you. You don't want nobody. Oh, no music. Like, them I can't vibe out. Why?
Right.
Like,
just because you got an attitude.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I've been playing music for 15 days straight. You haven't said shit now. Damn. You know.
One day you rolled over and decided you wasn't getting enough coochie wale. You want to come take it out on me? I'll beat the snot out of you. What the fuck is wrong with you,
bro? Why you know? Why you always know in the kitchen, bro? When that one motherfucker come in, just
yo, he's so stupid.
Hey, but for real though. Attitude in this bitch of shit. That's what like we know we didn't get the draws last night.
What's wrong with you? Bitch just sucked my dick last night. What's wrong with me?
And
shit.
that's how it be. Like you at a job, everything going well. Manager, or I don't even like saying boss, but the person in charge come in on some bullshit, and then all of a sudden everybody they got turned around. Fuck out of here.
Show you their true colors, and I gotta show you mine.
Right. So
yeah, that's when I got to the point where I'm like, I used to get mad like that. I'm not gonna lie. I used to get mad like that. You get pissed off. Because I just hate coming into bullshit, man.
Right.
All the fucking time.
Like you see, at
but
that
I got
time,
to the point. Yeah, I got to the point where like, fuck it, I'm not letting this shit control me no more, man.
Hell no.
I'm just gonna fucking live and be good. And everybody got a problem with it, go fuck off.
On some real shit, that's the point where it's like, you gotta come to grips with reality. Like, yo, I don't deserve this shit. Like, if I move on it, like, what's going on? When I'm, you know, because when you think about it, if you die tomorrow, they gonna send
place your ass real quick.
No, you gonna be replaced. You gonna place
your ass. Nigga, your job post is gonna be posted before you even get identified in the morgue.
I remember I was working at the airport and we all fooling on the line and shit. Even the little motherfucker in charge and shit. It was a lady at the time, but a stud. So when she feel like shit wanted to be done and shit, but we can't laugh no more. So she, KV, I said, oh, who you think you talking to? I said, man, you got me messed up in this motherfucker. I said, you must have seen my resume. You must ain't seen right out of culinary school right into a casino. You must ain't seen my resume. I don't
Right.
need this job. You feel me? Come in the back with the boss. She talking to him like that. She's like, if I'm not telling him nothing that's harming him or something, he should. I said, look, she ain't gonna talk to me like that. I said, Trina don't even talk to me like that.
Right.
Who's Trina? My mama, nigga. Tighten up. Tighten up.
Tighten up.
If my mama talk to me like that, hey, nobody talking to me like that. You feel me?
Right.
Hope rest in peace, my mama. If you hear me, baby.
Who's Trina?
Right, my mom. Right.
Trina.
Facts.
For real.
When did we hire Trina?
You hear me?
Who hired Trina?
Is they talking about the baddest? No, Trina fuck you up. You hear me?
Trina, they get a helicopter. Trina, come to the office. I didn't hear how you talk to this nigga. Trina,
You hear me?
you ain't here, Trina. Man, who the fuck hired
Y'all
Trina?
You hear
stupid
me?
as hell.
They think I got an imaginary friend in that motherfucker.
Right.
Is this nigga crazy?
Right, and that's
What's going
the
on here?
crazy thing. It's like at the end of the day, we men and we're women. Like, you're not going to talk to me any way you want.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? We're not even going to cross that line.
Cause you get $2 more than me.
Yeah.
Like you ain't got to walk outside of this job and I won't see you.
Facts.
Well, that's what they don't realize.
You hear me? Like I
They don't realize.
You hear
Boy,
me?
you act like you ain't go to the same parking lot as I am.
Stop playing with
Boy,
me.
you act like you don't turn down the same street as I do.
As soon as I see you walking out this bitch, I'll play
Boy, you act like you don't live at 14722 South Maplewood Drive on the corner of the house on the
What
right.
you talking about?
I'm just saying they don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
You hear me?
I'm just saying.
As soon as
act like I ain't watching.
As soon as I see you walk out, I'ma play sick. Oh, y'all gotta go home. Something ain't right.
Boy, you
I got to go.
You're
They better tighten up around this motherfucker.
Right.
Boy, you must forget where I'm from. And baby, let me remind you.
I'm not from Arizona. I step on shit. Y'all better tighten the fuck up around here.
Tight.
The fuck? I mean, tighten all the way up like a
Man,
G-string.
Marcus tried to get the secrets of how to get rid of a body last podcast.
Yeah. No. Whoa.
This shit is real.
Yeah.
Stupid as hell.
But speaking of MMA, you ever heard of Clarissa Shields?
Yeah, I love Clarissa Shields.
She from Flint. Yeah, she from Michigan.
I know where she repping. That's why I was like, you show Flint. Like,
Yeah, shout out
Right.
Flint.
He take any chance he get to shout out Michigan. Bro.
I mean, but it's cool that she transferred over, so she's doing her research.
You know why? It's hella dope because it's not a lot of black women in MMA.
Exactly.
So you got Angela Hill in the UFC, and then it's like, well, who else is there? And like, Clarissa Shields is a fucking dominant champion. Like, she's amazing.
Yeah.
So it's like, if she take all that energy that she put in boxing and put it in MMA, like, I can't wait to see her first fight.
It's gonna be crazy.
You know,
It's
like,
gonna
that's
really be crazy. She went to the Olympics and everything.
Olympics.
You know,
right.
I'm following like that. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize.
yeah, no, it's cool. No,
Check-
it's
check
understandable,
her
but no,
out.
she doing
Check
her
her
thing.
out.
Check it out,
She
dog.
do her
Check
thing.
it out.
She got plenty of belts.
And she stay 100. She stay 100.
Yep.
I love me some Clarissa.
Black women in the U.S.
No, in the MMA period, it's not really like you know, it's mostly dominated by
going through
women.
this is breaking through barriers even more.
Exactly.
I ain't even see it like that, but
Especially when you saying there's few black women doing it.
guess
Breaking
so.
down barriers doing
Right.
this.
Let me be that one.
so.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me be that one to change and probably
Like
make the
these,
next
like you said,
system
these
do it.
women excited you to make you want to even do it.
So
even more.
see who you excite.
Right? You about to
Right.
it's
you
a
about to
chicken
It's
excite.
that way. I
It's
ain't
a
feel
chicken
that way,
boy.
but
That's
shit, I hope
you, man.
everybody.
But it's
I
like-
hope I shock the world.
But it's like, you taught us something that we didn't
I hope
know.
I shocked the worst.
You feel me?
Yeah, you told us something we didn't know. So hey, that's dope. Right
Yeah,
there, you know
so
what I'm
it's
saying?
like, and then, you know, like, as far as Angela Hill, like, you know, in the UFC, they give her a tough route to go, but she still show up, show out, you know what I mean? So I think that just speaks to our strength a little bit more. So
I mean,
to have
black
us
women
more
is
of us
always
in it.
resilient.
yeah.
Right.
She'll make it out of anything. I'll tell you what.
But just a lot of them don't like to sweat.
Wait,
They
what?
don't like to fuck up their hair.
Oh, you a fool.
they-
I can't say
No, that's facts.
I'm just keeping it in the beat.
No, he's right.
I'm just keeping it in the
He's
beat.
right.
They
He's
don't
right.
like. They look. They be like, hold on, bitch. Let me go get a napkin. Let me go freshen up, bitch. Hold on.
No, he's right, because if I'm in the gym and I'm like,
this bitch
hold
sweating.
on a
She
second.
hugging me. She hugging me. I'm about to tap out. Get me to the gate so I can tap on the gate. Don't even get me on the ground. That's
when
nasty.
I played basketball, my hair was always laid. Like I just couldn't go out there no other way. My hair
Coach,
had to be
no,
done.
we doing
If I
too much.
sweat,
She sweat out all my edges.
It was like fuck no. Like look at my shit.
Yeah,
now.
see, yeah.
Like that shit's some facts.
Coach, we gotta do another lab.
Right.
You see my edges?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't really be like that. But you be thinking like, damn, like I just laid these shits down. Now
And I'm going to go see Carnage after this.
Right.
Damn, you know I'm about to go out tonight, Coach.
You know, I got 8 sisters. I know girls don't like to sweat. They don't like that shit.
Well, my sister was raised by a bunch of niggas, so she like a nigga.
fuck all that shit.
Oh shit.
She got a left hook.
Speaking of
I've heard, man, bro. She knocked my front teeth out when I was
Damn.
a baby.
your sister?
Well, she was a baby. I was like 2, 3 years old.
Head butted your ass.
No, she socked the shit out of me.
What you do?
I was licking over the crib. Oh, so this is what. Look out my teeth.
You know
The
what?
2 front.
All of them.
Your shit was probably ready to go. They probably.
It probably was, but
Right,
still.
yeah.
Either way, that was a baby.
And then
She already had
was
strength as a
probably
nigga.
looking out for you.
Nah.
She's probably looking out for you. Didn't want you to fall out the
I can't
crib.
stand y'all.
No, he probably hooked the bitches on the crib.
I can't stand y'all. I'm telling y'all a story that hurt me.
When that baby hit you, that bitch went.
I can't stand
It
y'all.
didn't hit you that hard.
I can't stand y'all.
You gotta
I'm telling
think
you.
like a
I
bitch.
call my sister right now and she'll tell you that she knocked my teeth out. She
Damn.
love telling the
She's just
story.
gonna say it because it sound cool.
She love telling the story. God damn, sick of y'all.
Yeah, it's okay.
I'm over here expressing my feelings.
It's
and
okay.
shit.
I'm just saying.
He got one punch by a baby.
I'm the big sister, so I look at things at all angles.
Yeah, I can't stand y'all.
You probably was provoking her. It was all your fault. Nobody told you to be on that step ladder. Sit your ass down somewhere.
Look,
Right.
Biggz.
I'm coming from Jamaica and they say, hey, you have a new sister. What homeless? Who baby is this? Who baby is? No, mommy, I have no more kids. Me the only one for you.
You heard nothing about a baby.
Who the little pick me here? Who pick me is this?
Oh my god.
Not my ass. That motherfucker not. No, mommy, take it back.
Yo, you have some interesting
Take
stories.
it back. Mommy, I want it.
Yo, every time I talk to Troy, I find out something interesting.
Hey,
I had an interesting life.
answers in life, yeah.
I've had an interesting life.
I mean, so you know, once
like
you
I
grow
found
up,
out things about myself. Like my next door neighbor was D-Ray Davis' daddy.
Oh
I didn't know that
shit.
shit. I know D-Ray was my neighbor.
I mean, shit, when you gotta be 29, shit, you better have some wisdom in you, some
Right.
stories.
Yeah, damn, you ain't tell people my age, nigga. I want to think I'm young. I'm that Gen X. Oh, Gen, no, sorry, that's not Gen
You
X.
don't want to
Gen
be.
Z.
You don't want to be a part of that
I don't.
because
I'm a millennial
anything
for real.
anything past, I want to say like 95, 96 is horrible. Horrible.
Hey, bro, you gonna get attacked in the comments.
I got brothers. I got a brother that's born in 97.
I
got a brother
know,
that's
but
born
hey,
in
bro, them Gen
2001.
Zs,
I
bro.
don't.
Them Gen Zs be out for war.
No, like
I be out for that too,
no,
but I
that's
ain't
not
about
really
to
true
just.
though. Cause Jay-Z still be like, he be saying shit. It just be different. It just make you think.
You say Jay-Z?
No,
I said Gen Z.
like the generation.
I'm
She went all the way to hip hop.
Oh,
Like, you talking about hip hop?
weed down.
I'm like, wait a minute, time out. Like, what?
The clouds are in the air.
No, but you're correct. Like after that, like shit is definitely different.
Definitely.
Like-
See, so
Shit is different.
Hey, man, I'm a 90s baby and I love it.
Like even when you talk about
92
getting
for me.
slime.
I
Like
mean,
kids
I'm
don't want to
92,
get fucking
nigga. I'm just
slime
saying
now.
now,
they don't understand that
probably
shit.
like,
They like, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm
Fucking
saying?
slime? That shit ain't cool. Like
The whole
you
different
feel me?
cartoons they growing up on and shit
Some
that we grew
bullshit.
up on, like that shit really
Bullshit.
garbage.
Hold on, quick question. You ever watch Gullah Island?
Gullah, gullah,
BCB and this shit.
Ain't no shit like that on nowadays.
Hey, that's what they start. That's where I learned. Look, that's where I learned who stole the cookies from the cookie jar.
Yo,
That motherfucker, who? Me? Yes, you
could be. Then who, man?
the motherfucking cookies.
Well, he was rapping at a young age.
Right.
Who got that latch and opened that jar?
We did. You see that shit all the time. Who got the cookies at the cookie jar?
Who? No.
I'm like, biggz got the cookie. Biggz be mad as hell. Like, I ain't got no goddamn cookies. I didn't know we had cookies. The fuck?
Cookies.
I thought there was brownies.
You see milk by me anywhere.
Right.
Goddamn cookies.
Right.
Don't call my goddamn name again.
Right. Kids ain't on that shit nowadays. It's crazy.
Yeah, man. Outside privileges gone and shit like that, man. Through the
Right.
pandemic. caution tape around the goddamn jungle gyms and shit. Like that's the shit we used to live for. I've been trying to do more monkey bars than you.
Right.
You feel me?
Did you have like a bike crew? I felt like everybody had a bike crew.
Nigga, that's what you do. Who house you was at? That's how you do who house you was at, bro.
We had a house for the bikes. We had a house for the basketball game.
Down
all
here,
type of shit.
Right.
And the
my
hoops
nigga Tony house used to be outside either his house or my house.
Man.
Oh, like
Me,
kids
him, and James. He used to be the road niggas.
We used to call ourselves the biker boys. We would put the foil on our shit. You know what I'm saying? We put the foil on our rims.
See, man, every time you talk, it sounds suburban.
I don't give a fuck. Suburban. No, my niggas in the parades doing willies and shit. You know what I'm saying? They was doing tricks on that shit.
I'm about to say, who wasted his mamas for you?
No, that's what I'm trying to
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Sneaking that shit out.
He talking, it sounds suburban.
Said sneaking the shit out. No, for real.
We have finished a quarter
Every time
juice.
you talk, I hear middle class.
Look, we have finished a quarter juice, smash that bitch, put it in the back. That bitch sound like a real motorcycle.
Yo,
we used to do shit like
no,
that,
that's
man.
dope. I would never thought that.
Stop fucking judging me,
shit like
biggz.
that.
Cause you out there working like a slave at 6 and shit.
I went and got one of them cars with spades, one of them, and that's all I did. This nigga had a whole foil and
Right.
good shit.
But it wasn't my mama. It wasn't my mama for you. We get the little nigga that we could.
No, you know what? That's dope though. I would never thought of that shit.
Look, he said he
Even now, if I go to my mother's house and take too much for you, she be like, "What you doing?" Like, you know?
No, bro, he was a bully. You hear that?
No, we be like,
I got bullied.
We be like, Lil P, go get some for you. You know what I'm saying? Your granddad upstairs in his room. Go get that shit.
Right. That's how it was when you was a
Granddad ain't
kid.
coming downstairs. Nigga, we
peering
pull
around.
up on the 2-seaters and shit. We had the 2-seaters back in the day, the swings and shit.
I can't stand this thing.
That's what's up. I ain't had a 2Cs, but we all had bikes and we was out.
Hell
That
yeah.
was it.
He
Doing
made me look
stupid
back
shit.
at my childhood and want to curse my mama out.
Like, you didn't do enough for me. His shit was great. My shit was.
Yo, we used to do so much dumb shit. I remember we egged my grandmother's next door neighbor's house. Like, yo, check this out.
That was
What we
crispy
like
back
3
then.
feet? You know what I mean? Obviously, all the eggs on the bottom level.
Yeah.
We egged the damn house.
How
My
did
mom
y'all grow
was
up?
pissed.
We egging houses. We doing knicker knock. I remember one time we knicker knocked somebody back
Whoa,
there. The
whoa,
glass
whoa,
broke.
whoa, that name. What kind?
Knicker knock.
Bro, it sounds like something else.
Nicker.
No, knicker knock. It's a game. You ain't never heard that shit?
Hell no.
Knicker knock. Yeah.
You remember they buried the N-word back in Chicago. Oprah buried that shit. We don't say that.
You stupid.
I was gonna say something. I'm gonna keep that to myself. I'm gonna keep that to my motherfucking self.
Y'all ever slap each other with baby powder?
Oh yeah.
We used to do
that's
that
how high.
shit.
The
Waste
first
up
person
baby
going to go to
powder.
sleep and shit.
That was how high it started.
I seen a nigga get smacked with mustard.
Ooh, no. That's
Came out
you
that
see,
bitch
we
like
gonna
a
have to
hot
fight.
Frank. Yeah, he came out that bitch like a hot Frank. Smelling like a hot, looking like a hot Frank. That shit was crazy. I done seen some shit in my
mustard.
days. We used to play some shit called Run and Chase. There'd be 2 teams. One team would go high. The shit we had like a 3-block radius. The other team would chase them. And whoever we found on the high team, that had to be a part of us and go catch the other motherfuckers and shit.
See, that's the game they play. You know, games we played. See, we was little freaky
shit.
motherfuckers. We played run and juke.
Oh, he showed me the other day.
Wait.
You saw his eyes? You saw his eyes? Like, what the
We was
fuck?
freaky motherfuckers. We played run and juke with the females.
That's like I get that.
Juke, catch
Oh, y'all dancing? Y'all dancing?
That's ridiculous.
Oh, y'all shit was petty then. Y'all wasn't doing no real shit. We used to have some shit called like hide and go get it.
I mean, we played that too, but I was a little older.
Oh yeah, true shit.
Kid was called go.
True shit.
Y'all was playing a lot of nasty shit.
I'm a nasty motherfucker. I listen to R&B, baby.
Shit.
Hey man, but I appreciate you coming through.
Thank you. I appreciate
Great
you for having
ass
me. Yeah.
episode. Hell yeah, we learned a lot of knowledge today. With some jewels dropped today.
Right. I'm so proud of y'all. Like, y'all got this whole thing set up. Y'all doing y'all shit. Y'all drop an episode every week.
Hell yeah, every
Hell
week you try to keep it consistent for these
Consistent.
people. Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, appreciate that, Kings.
Hell yeah, we taking it one day at a time.
Next time you come through the trap, you be like, all right, my next fight coming up. We gonna see you on the pay-per-view.
Right, yeah.
Boy, like, hey man, I see you in the ring. You knocked bitch out in 30 seconds.
Right.
Shit was crazy.
Right.
Man, wow.
Can't wait to see that shit.
Out that motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm
Blood
excited
everywhere.
for
So
it.
I be yelling in the crowd, hey, I knew him. That's, hey, me, you, together. We knew each other.
Right. Nah, nigga, we know each other. We still gonna be, you feel me? So, yeah, I'm excited. I'm just excited. I don't know, like, and then I went to a Muay Thai tournament for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago. It was just like, yo, it got me pumped. Like, shit, gotta do it.
I feel it, man. Hey, man, this has been another episode of Room Service, man. I'm your boy, biggz Bigger.
I'm your boy, Bobby Mo. You know what I'm saying?
On there, let the people know who you are.
Right.
Tell them where they can find you at. Follow you.
Okay. I suck on social media. I'm be honest. Like, I'm a private person, but my name's Angelique Adams, and I don't even know my social media name. I gotta look this shit up. Hold on, wait a second. Sorry, I don't even.
Whoa.
We'll make sure we have the link right there.
Right. Just have it linked.
We have it right there.
Just have it linked to look out for me. Right.
Pop up. But it's been another episode of Room Service.
Room Service, a podcast. We out.
Right.
Yo.